Let's jump right into it. We're working in a large industrial medical center. It is a Friday, and we are in Fall River, Massachusetts to end off our week. So what I got going on for today is I'm going to be running a 6.4 MC from that 12208 panel all the way to the other side of the building there because we're going to be wiring up some medical equipment. Now, in this particular room that I'm showing you guys, there's a lot of strict regulations in which we have to follow. And what I mean by that is we have to make sure that we're wearing the proper PPE clothing, and we also have to make sure that we're using a HEPA vacuum anytime that we're going to break the sheetrock or cut a hole in it. So now what I'm doing is I have a laser that's set on a steel column because I want a nice plumb laser line going all the way across the room. Just because we're running MC doesn't mean that we can't keep it neat and clean, which is the way I like to do everything. So now I'm sending the pilot bit in basically where that panel room is. I like to tap the pilot bit in with my pliers instead of sending it in a drill. And I'm also sending the blunt end of the pilot bit through there just in case there's any wires. So now that I got all my clips marked out, I'm going to run my MC. Take a look at how nice and neat and straight this MC is. Now, a lot of you guys might be saying, hey, Lance, why didn't you pipe in everything? Why didn't you just use pipe? Well, this customer didn't want pipe. They just wanted us to run MC, so this is the reason why we do this. So now that I have all the MC nice and neat, I have it clipped on every other stud, so every 32 inches we have a clip there. So now we're going to be going into this 12208 panel. Now at the beginning of the video, I showed you guys that there was a trough above the panel, so that's exactly what we're going to be going into. So I'm going to be using a drill punch. I'm going to punch the top of the trough there, and then we're going to be using a step bit to go all the way into the panel. Now that I have my connector in there, I have to make sure that I fasten this 6.4 and make sure that everything is nice and secure. So what I have here, I have it clipped to the side of the metal stud. I also have it tie wrapped. Now, anytime that I'm going to be dropping some wires into a piece of pipe, I want to make sure that I tape up the bare end of the conductors. That way they don't arc out on any of the live components inside the panel. So now we're going to drop our wires through, and then we're also going to be using the ground bar, which is inside the trough there, to ground all our connections. So that was super convenient that was in there. Also, if you notice, there's not really that many circuits in this panel, so this also worked out great for us. Now I have that 3-pole 60 all bolted up, so tomorrow or Monday we're going to finish everything up.